and Chris Johnson. I'd also like to thank the New Bedford Credit Union for donating also. Representing them is Kelly Machado, who I did a lot of work with before, and there's other people here. I forgot their names, I'm sorry. I'd like to also like to thank East Coast Staffing for their donation towards the van. And Greenwood Emergency Vehicles, they couldn't attend today, but how this started is I was trying to get a van. And through our chief and through the chief of Fairhaven, we found out that the ambulance was being taken in as trade from Greenwood, and Greenwood donated the ambulance to us, which is going to be great for storage. And it went from trying to raise money for a van to raise money to get it wrapped, and that was done by Savage Advertising. There's Miss Nicole Whalen over there. I think she did a fantastic job on this. Thank you very much for all your help and design on this. What this is going to be used for is we visit every third grade class in the city, whether it be a public school, the charter schools, the Catholic schools. We teach the third grades fire safety, and the kindergarten classes we do a reading program with them that's already been done by the school department. And we're going to be going to many community events. We're going to be using it as a storage vehicle. We're going to have all our materials in there. And also, if you look at this, it's a walking billboard of fire safety tips. And we also do the senior citizens, and there's some senior citizen tips on the other side, where we do all the senior centers, all the senior high rises. So it's a very comprehensive program that we've been doing for close to 30 years. In fact, the SAFE program is something that the state we get a grant from the state, but the whole SAFE program that the state runs now was modeled after the city of New Bedford's program, because it was really good. And it's throughout the state, fire injuries and fire deaths in people under 18 have gone down about 77%. So with that being said, I would just like to thank everybody here in attendance. And I'd just like to say again, this whole thing was a collaboration of many people. Chief Gomes, the Administrative Assistant Carl Marino, the Firefighters Union. Did I mention us? You guys too? Firefighters Association was also a big donor, a lot of help. I also want to thank Ladder 1 Group C, my group, because they helped me strip down the ambulance. So that's my fault. I forgot about my brothers and sisters. And they're out there doing fire education every day for us. So, and that's about it. I would like to hand this over to the mayor, because I'm about to have an aneurysm speaking this much. So, Mayor Mitchell.
All right, good job. Good job, Captain Rhoda. Really good job. Before I offer a couple of remarks on this occasion, I just have a couple of questions for you guys. So, do I have it right that it's picture day today? Yeah. Oh, good. All right, so just by a show of hands, who plans on smiling for their picture? Wait a minute. Come on. Wait, there were people, some of you are shaking your heads. All right, put your hands down. All right, for those of you who don't plan on smiling, consider this, right? I bet every one of you is good at math, right? Right. So, but no, you're all good. Come on. If you're going to Kearney Academy, I know you're good at math. So listen, so for those of you who don't plan on smiling, but you're good at math, consider this. So consider the following math problem. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Yes, who gave that a math answer? Who's the math whiz? Why? Because 7, 8, 9. All right. I admit I didn't make that one up. All right, so okay, if that helps you smile today, then we've accomplished something. All right. So Principal Reedy, I know that's part of the math curriculum now. That's all good. But listen, we're here for serious business. So the firefighters in New Bedford do a fabulous job. And so when Captain Arruda mentioned that the state copied New Bedford on its fire safety work, it's no surprise to me. The state and a lot of other people copy New Bedford because, copy our fire department because our fire department really knows what it's doing. It is very well run under Chief Gomes' leadership, under folks, other leaders like Captain Arruda, who do a fabulous job. And many of our firefighters are here today, and it's a really, really important job in our city because they save lives in a moment's notice. And so, you know, when we think about what they do, one of the things that they really excel at is what's called fire suppression. They get on, it's like the stuff you see in the movies. They get on fires really quickly. They hustle. They know it. They work as a team. They are very, very skilled and very, very brave. But if you ask them, would they be fine if there were no more fires in the city? They'd say absolutely. Absolutely. If we can have no more fires, if everybody was safe in their homes and no fires started, their job would be complete. They would absolutely say, you know, that's something they want to see. And it's this stuff that we're talking about today that can help make it happen. I hope all of you guys have a chance to read that because, you know, just a little bit of knowledge and a few safety tips can go a long way. And it's something that, you guys go through your fire drills in school, you hear messages. Just do me a favor, do all of us a favor. Just take a second and think about that stuff and bring it home with you so you can make sure that your family's safe in your houses, right? You want to meet firefighters, but you don't want to meet them at a time of need. And they agree with that, and I'm sure all of you would agree with that as well. So I want to thank all of them. I want to thank the Chief's leadership. I want to thank Captain Arruda for doing a great job with this overall effort, as well as the school system. Superintendent Thomas Anderson, Ms. Reedy, of course, who's doing a fabulous job at Kearney. Karen Tredup, who misses Kearney dearly. I do. There she is. She's not too far away anymore. I want to thank the City Council support. City Council President Linda Morad is right behind me. The City Council is a huge supporter of everything the fire department does in its work. And I want to thank all the sponsors, all of you. Captain Arruda went through every one of you guys. I mean, so I get to see these guys a lot because they're involved, they're companies, and they personally are involved in lots of important community events and supporting a lot of the things that we're trying to do in our city to make it a really great place, not just for us adults, but for all of you kids and your kids someday. And so I want all of you here. Guys, nice job. We really appreciate this effort. This is a really neat contribution. When we do this together with the private sector, things work really, really well. And we appreciate you not just stepping up on this occasion, but setting a real great example for corporate citizenship in our city. So, guys, nice job with all this today, and we look forward to rolling this out there so other kids can see it. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Mayor Mitchell. I'd like to introduce Councilor Morad, and she might have a few words to say. Councilor?
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. You all look so beautiful today, but I know you look really good even when it's not on picture day. You all enjoying your schoolwork here at Kearney? Very good. Make sure you study hard, do a good job, okay? And make sure you read your book. I'm going to read mine as well. I just have a few brief words on behalf of the New Bedford City Council. I would like to thank the Chief and all the men and women of the fire department for doing more than just running into buildings and saving people. I know that's their job, and as the Mayor said, they'd be more than happy not to have to do that part of the job. But education is a very important part of what the New Bedford Fire Department does, and bringing this type of apparatus to complement the rest of our equipment and being in the schools with all of you and all your fellow students across the city is very important. So I applaud their leadership on that behalf, and I want to echo the words to thank those of the private sector who have sponsored this event. You know, we need private dollars to make this kind of project work, and this is a great asset to the city of New Bedford, not only for students but for the seniors in our city. And I appreciate the fact that this has been done by the good contributions of those that are standing here with us. And I also want to thank Sparky. Everybody see Sparky here? I don't know if Sparky's going to have an opportunity to speak, or I don't even know if Sparky speaks, but Sparky's one of those little things that you should remember when you're home. Share this information with your brothers and your sisters, with your friends, with your parents, and make sure you always stay safe and do what's right for you and your family in your homes and wherever you are, okay? Thank you for listening to me for a few minutes. Enjoy your day.
Okay, Chief Gomes, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Captain. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I don't know if many of you know this, but my wife, Mrs. Gomes, teaches in this school. And many of you may have gone through her classroom. She's been here for a long time. So I am a friend of Carney and have been for a long time. I want to say hello to each and every one of you, and I hope you enjoyed our little bit of activity today. But first of all, I want to thank Captain Reuter and his leadership in putting this together. And this is a really good practice, best practice of a partnership between the public and the private sector in order to give us an additional asset. This would be a rolling billboard for us that would basically be out there and bring the message and catch people's attention so that we can ensure fire safety. We're always in an internal struggle in municipal government trying to make our dollars go further. This is an opportunity where the captain came to me with an idea. I gave him the free rein to run out. He raised the funds himself. Our friends at Greenwood Fire Apparatus gave us this vehicle. They signed it over to the city at no cost, and we are eternally thankful for them. And then again, our sponsors that allowed us to put it into the shape that it is today. So this will be, going forward, our rolling billboard around the city, and we'll be able to have all of our stuff, our educational tools inside of it. So this is great. Looking forward. I started in the SAFE program back in 1991, and when we first rolled it out. So it's very dear to me. Fire education is very dear to me here in the city, and ensuring that each and every one of you are safe on a daily basis. Keeping you and your family safe is why we're here. So again, I thank you for your participation today. I thank all of our sponsors, and I want to reach out to Captain Reuter and all the firefighters who put their time in uncompensated in order to make this happen. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief Gomes. I'd like to introduce our new superintendent for the city this year, Tom Anderson. He's been very helpful to me since we only met a couple of months ago, but he seems on board. Seems very easy to work with, and I look forward to many years of working with him. Mr. Anderson.
Good morning. So just on behalf of the New Bedford Public Schools, I want to express our gratitude and appreciation to all the sponsors. We look to continue being able to work with you, building more, stronger partnerships. It's always good to be the beneficiary of stuff. So not just the truck we have here, that will definitely benefit our students that we have. So we're definitely thanking our students sitting here this morning. I know we're rather going to be getting to some other things, so we'll be wrapping up shortly, I'm sure. But the big point I want to make is making sure that you all take time to read the material, so to read through the booklet that you received. And when we talked about trying to make sure that there are no need to have firefighters come to your house for those other kinds of reasons, it depends on a lot of what you do. So if you're able to help pay attention to see things that are happening, make sure you're having conversations with your parents, sharing with your brothers and sisters, so that way we can make sure that we stay on top of things to prevent some of those bad things from happening. So again, we'll express our appreciation to the City Council, to Mayor Mitchell's office, and to everyone else to help out today, and especially to our principal, Ms. Reedy, for making sure that we share this information with our students who are able to do this today. So thank you.
Thank you very much. I would like to give our sponsors the opportunity to come up and say a couple of words if they'd like to. Everyone's fine with that. Tom, would you like to say anything? Because y'all never had a loss for words. That's our union president. Can I bring Nikki up here, though, please? Nicole Whalen from Savage Advertising. I'd just like to introduce Nicole. She is the person that put all this together. She got a couple ideas, and I kind of just said, well, go for it, send me a proof. And that's what she did, and she did one heck of a job on this. So would you like to say anything, Nick?
And just thank you for the opportunity to let me work on this with you. It was started from your little drawing, and this is what came of it. So it was fun. It was a fun project to do, and I hope that all the kids enjoy it, and the seniors as well. So, thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. Now, how about all you kids? Do you know what number to call? What's that number? 911? Sparky, you have anything you want to say? Okay, so I guess if I haven't forgotten anybody and I've followed protocol, and I hope everybody had fun. We'll be back here soon with the education team for the third grade fire safety program in the kindergartens. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out today. I'd like to thank the mayor, Councilor Morad, the chief, Principal Reedy, and everybody else in attendance. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.